Hello, I'm Karen Footman. Welcome to School for Heroines and welcome to this mini masterclass where I'm just reflecting on the learning that I've had over the last couple of weeks, insights I have made about what's similar about the women that I've been working with. We've been working here delivering masterclasses with some truly amazing, successful women. I've noticed, first of all, that it's really not about working for the money. None of the ladies that we work with specifically spoke about that, really. They were very much coming from a service-orientated perspective, but more importantly, were really on a creative adventure in terms of what it was they wanted to create, whether they were writing books or whether they were creating services that were different. Essentially, our first need is to not be working for the money. It's to embrace what is this opportunity to create something new. The second is it's not just about doing the work. So no one spoke about just taking their clients through a transactional process. Everybody talked about wanting to create a different life, wanting to help those that they were working with to create a very different life. So what I'm noticing about that is that it's not just about showing up, it's about turning our wisdom into something that's really valuable for people, such that we've contributed, that we've made a difference. So the second thing I'm noticing we have in common is that we're all really committed to contribution. The third is that when our businesses all reflect ourselves in some way, so honouring our values and integrity is important to us. Doing things in the way that we want to do things is important to us. And again, I can certainly relate to this because feeling good about where I can really add value is something that's always really motivated me. And each of the ladies that we worked with was really stepping into her self-expression and giving her imagination the space to thrive. Why is that important? Because, of course, it makes us feel good on the inside. And when we feel good on the inside, we feel centered and we're operating then, we're creating our businesses from a very centered, very holistic space. So the third thing we have in common is that we're at our best when we feel centered, and this is important to us. Creating space to be centered is important to us. And finally, in the very least, we want to pay our bills. We are really wanting to be richly rewarded for the courage we're showing to step into our imagination and to offer great services that are new. And of course that's a challenging path because we're creating something new, and sometimes the numbers don't always come first. Sometimes we've got to make breakthroughs internally before we start to see the results on the outside. So what I'm noticing about that is that we desire to create certainty. We really want to create certainty. And when we do that, when we start to strive for that and we appreciate that, then our confidence soars. So why am I sharing these insights with you? Well, I'm noticing that these are our needs. These are things that we need to get met. We need to express our creativity. We need to contribute, we need to feel centered, and we need to create some sense of certainty. And so, of course, when we know that these are our needs, then we can consciously go about making sure that they are met. So rather than focusing on the struggle, then we can start to give ourselves a bit of TLC. So I'm just going to offer you 3 ways in which you can give yourself TLC as you move towards meeting your needs over the next few weeks. So first of all is T. T in the TLC is for trust. It's to trust in your imagination, to give yourself space for your creative muscles to keep thriving. So I would just here invite you to create just 5 minutes a day where you let your imagination run wild and think of a challenge you're facing. Just work your creative muscles by asking yourself, if I was free from limitations or restrictions, how could I experience this challenge differently? I know this works, and I know that clients come to me when I first offer them this exercise and say, I haven't got time. But actually, when they start to get into the consistent application of doing this for 5 minutes a day, they see massive results. That's the first thing I would offer you. The second is L, is recognizing that creating something new, stepping into a creative adventure, creating a new service, new business, new way of doing something, is about leading and laying new tracks. That's what the L is all about. So if you're going to lead, you have to make decisions that have the potential in them to keep pulling you forward. So all I would simply invite you to do here, because again, often clients make this really, really big. They think that that means that they have to embark on some very elaborate plan. that will support them to achieve what it is they want. And actually, they're just starting by getting into the habit of making one decision a day that takes you out of your comfort zone and into your creative space and into a space of landing what's in your imagination will make all the difference. So again, the consistent application of that will take you to a place that you can, very quickly will see results in. The third is, the C, is cutting your learning curve. So here at School for Heroines, we're up for making this path as easy and as challenge-free as possible. So I'd encourage you to think about ways in which you can cut your learning curve. And a specific way that I'm offering you the opportunity to do that is by taking part in my Inner Circle coaching club. So if you want to check it out, it's something I'm starting in January. And it's something that if you are wanting to express more of your creativity, if you're wanting to contribute more of what you have to offer, if you're wanting to center yourself and create certainty in your results and see your confidence soar, then specifically we've got a special opportunity to create a rapid transformation circle, which you can find out all about by going to schoolforheroines.com/Inner Circle Coaching Club to find out more details. So if you know it's time for you to say yes to opening up and doing things differently and receiving some support and getting your learning curve cut because it's time you did something different, then I'd encourage you to go and check that out, and potentially I'll welcome you on the inside. So enjoy giving yourself some TLC and enjoy knowing that you're among great company. Until next time, bye bye.